Hello everybody and welcome, I'm the grounded glass your favorite. I'm a homie PokeTuber of this channel, and today I'm your coach of the Lowland Nidoqueens in the PMC Season 4. And your Lowland Nidoqueens are 0 and 1 by the time of this video. At the end of this video the score will change and I will give you a rundown of why we are changing that. You noticed that I had a lack of uploads for the PMC and all the other things on my channel. But for the people who just tune in to the Lowland Nidoqueens to check my matches for whatever reason, I will give you a quick rundown right now. First, I will talk about why I lack my uploads, and that is literally the reason why I lack uploads overall on my channel and the PMC upload is because my PC decided to crash on me. What happened actually, I wanted to turn it on one day, and literally it did not turn on, and when it did turn on, it took ages to finally get started up and actually provide me the ways to normally record, like with Camtasia and then Photoshop to do some stuff, and then also, of course, then I would need Citra for my gameplay, because that is what I record my gameplay on, as you probably all know. So, I wasn't able to record or upload or whatever, and so I couldn't even get an update video out. So that's why it has been silent on the channel, but I do want to give you a quick rundown of what's going to happen. Like next week everything will be fine. I got my PC up and running. As you see, I'm recording again at the same spot like I normally would, so that's of course going to be great. But of course, me not uploading did not mean I did not play any matches. So far in the PMC we did week 3 and week 2. Further than that, so I want to give you a quick sort of rundown so far about everything that has happened between those weeks. So, of course, for the people who did watch my battle of the week 1 in the PMC, they noticed that I was 0 and 1 because of a loss of 2-0 versus Levine MA. And then week 3 we will move on towards DpadGamer. DpadGamer would be our opponent for week 2, but unfortunately he decided to leave the league, which gave us a DMP victory, which was a DMP victory of 3-0, which would mean that your Lowland Nidoqueens would become 1-1+1. You also see it on your screen, by the way, so don't worry about that. I will show graphics through the entirety of this video, so don't worry about that one. So your Lowland Nidoqueens were becoming 1-1+1, so we were still positive actually, because +1 is still positive. 1-1 is not that bad, so we were moving on with that score on to our week 3, which was versus Heraboss and the SL Sorry if I do not pronounce your name right. I'm terrible with names. People know I'm terrible with names, even nicknames, even my own name, if I could say so myself. But still, I'm terrible. Forgive me. So, we were going towards our week 3 versus Heraboss, and I did manage to prep my way through. Oh, before I talk about the prep and whatnot, I decided to ask some people around in the PMC to be a part of my front office. So far, I did not use the front office that much. I asked some people for some opinions, of course, but I did not literally have a front office, so I asked around for that as well. I got someone. His name would be Bronson. Bronson is in my front office, helps me build and whatnot for the PMC so far, and I think that is something that I would need, because the PMC is a tough place for me to be, something completely new, and actually it would mean that being it so tough, I need some backup from that as well, and giving two people that have an eye on a draft can normally build better stuff than you normally would on your own, and so you can also give opinions across to everybody else and whatnot. But now moving back on to the story that I wanted to say. Week 3 we were versus Heraboss and the SL We did some proper build. Did think I was good enough for that actually. I did not build this, by the way, with my front office, because I did not have it back then. Sorry. I did not have a front office for my week 3. I built this practically myself. And unfortunately, Heraboss got the better of me, and he literally beat the Lowland Nidoqueens 6-0. How that went down, I made a risky play straight up turn 2. I switched in my Mega Aggron towards an Hippowdon, which was terrible, which would mean that Mega Aggron went to his 30. Which means if I can switch it out and he got off rocks, I had no particular way of removing them. So that was also terrible, and I also lost my switches towards Porygon Z and Scolipede at that point. Because he had a very threatening team. Had a lot of threats like Scolipede, Mega Sitter, I believe. It had what did it have? It had Porygon Z as a Z user and all that kind of weird stuff. So I prepped my way through, the Mega Blasters, by the way, not Mega System, Mega Blasters. Let me pull up the draft real quick, maybe I can see it. His team was Victini, Hydreigon, Scolipede, Shaymin, Raikou, Aromatisse, Aerodactyl, Hitmonlee, Pilosand, Bronzong, and Mega Blastoise. This is now changed because we got a replacement. So just imagine that Aerodactyl was not there and then Porygon Z. That's, I believe Aerodactyl, Pilosand, and Raikou were switched around or something. But he had a Porygon Z, and Porygon Z was able to set up on my Snorlax. I was using Rest on Snorlax to keep it healthy because it was poisoned by the Scolipede. And then actually I was forced to go for Sleep Talk. And Scolipede speed passed 1 speed boost with Porygon. So it would outspeed my entire team either way. Then it was making certain it would outspeed Scarfers on my team. So it went for a Agility. And I was very unlucky on my first Sleep Talk. I was getting Rest on the first one. And then the second one, he decided to go for Nasty Plot, and at that point, I just prayed for Snorlax to come through, because literally, what cost me the game was the Sleep Talk. Sure, I would have lost at that point, because Porygon Z was breaking through, but on the other hand, if Snorlax came through once, it would not have ended in the 6-0. It would at least the score be a little different, because I needed 1 Body Slam to follow up with Infernape to take it out with a Mach Punch. So, what happened was he got up a Nasty Plot, I got another Rest on my Sleep Talk, and from there on out it was actually a game. I was calcing and I could actually lift a Tri-Attack, but it ended up that he was Tri-Attack normally on Z, which would mean that we got Breakneck Blitz, and Breakneck Blitz at +2 is of course going to annihilate Snorlax even how speed it can be. So Snorlax was terrible for that. And we actually got swept through, and that was actually the end of the game, straight up. We were 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, and there was a sweep. So that's actually that. We got swept our ass, which means we are now 1-2, -5. Yeah, we're -5. We're -5 right now because of the 6-0. We were negative again, and we are going with a negative score currently towards our week 4. Hope we can pull through with that one. Not completely sure yet. I do have a front office together at this point, so the front office can help me prep for my week 4 game and go out from there. Really happy that I actually am able to. Get a front office together that can help me out. That is really something I would need for my confidence boost as well, because I'm not concerned about my game style and play style and all that stuff. But also, I discussed some stuff with my front office at the same time by the time this video goes out, and we discussed some free agency trades which were also happening in PMC and also what I needed to do. I thought this was a good free agency trade thing that we could do. Those do go in effect week 5, not week 4, but week 5, and I will talk through them as well. So we looked at our points and whatnot, and we also discussed what months he did like, I did not like, and also what I liked, I wanted to keep. And we were looking through, and then a mom was dropped from another team, and we were like, we need to pick that up. That was on my draft plan from the start, and I need that. So the first trade that we actually did was we dropped Zoroark, and we picked up Quillfish. Quillfish was not the mon that I intended to get, but we needed to fix our points because of the next trades that we're going to do. So, we dropped Zoroark for Quillfish, and the reason I dropped Zoroark for Quillfish is because Quillfish does practically the same as Tentacruel would do, only without Spin. It does not have Spin, but it has more access towards hazards, like Spikes and Toxic Spikes. It has Destiny Bond, it has Thunder Wave, it has Pain Split, all those kind of stuff, and also has Intimidate, so good abilities also, and I figured that Quillfish would be a good addition over Zoroark, and the reason I say that is a good addition is because the next trade that we're going to do. The next trade I did straight up after the Quillfish Zoroark trade, and I traded away Tentacruel, which removes our spin option, I know, and also a bit of speed, as people would have said to me. Like, you would drop Tentacruel, but then you lose some speed. I know I lose some speed, but on Tentacruel you normally don't even run speed because you go for the bulk. Even with base 100, you could still get speed creep in League format, even by Scarfers and whatnot, so it's not going to bother that much. And I think that the mon that we traded Tentacruel for would actually be better in our case. Like, for example, we got Zoroark last round in the PMC draft, because we needed a dark type and we still needed a tier 4. That's why we grabbed Zoroark to begin with. Because I got sniped, I was forced to grab Zoroark, and because the mon that I wanted was sniped, I was forced to do that. But now the mon that I wanted was free. So I dropped out Tentacruel straight up, I grabbed Qwilfish into the party, and then I decided to pick up my buddy Krookodile. So I would drop Tentacruel for Krookodile, and that would mean we still keep our water poison type, we get a better dark type, and sure there's a speed difference of Zoroark is 105 and that would drop to 95 I believe from Krookodile, and then Tentacruel will drop from 100 speed to 85 speed because of the Qwilfish trait. So, but I think Krookodile is a good addition to the team, would help our team very well with the ground dark typing I would feel, so we can go from there. And then also we did another trade a day later after those, and we decided to trade away Seismitoad. And the reason why I debated to trade away Seismitoad was because it felt like it was more dead weight to something else. It was more dead weight in my opinion because the ground type we already have and Rocker already have. Like we have Aggron as a rock setter, we have Krookodile as a rock setter as well. So that would remove Seismitoad's pressure from there. But then again, we also have a good water type which can set up hazards and use good poison moves to its advantage and whatnot. And I think Qwilfish would be better than Seismitoad in often of hazard setting and whatnot. So I decided, together with my front office, we would drop Seismitoad and we would pick up Meloetta. The reason why I picked up Meloetta is, sure it would have duplicate typing like normal Psychic and normal Fighting. Like we have that in Latios, we have that in Infernape and whatnot, but still Meloetta is different. It has a higher base speed when it goes to Pirouette form, because there's multiple forms. Meloetta Pirouette form goes to 128 base speed, which is just great speed to have. You can slap a Scarf on it and whatnot. It is regular form also. And regular Meloetta can be bulky out of the ass as well, but an Assault Vest set is something I really like. And of course it gets a lot of coverage options because it's a normal type. And being a normal type with a lot of coverage options, which can be a fighting type as well, is just overall great. It has access to Drain Punch, the Elemental Punches, it gets Stab and Zen Headbutt, and also get a lot of other moves that I can see me using for Meloetta. So that is actually the free agency trades that we did. And that is actually going to be the end for this video for talking you through what happened in the PMC. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope this gave some more clear ideas and whatnot. And again, the battle between me and Heraboss will be on Heraboss's channel. His channel link and the video will be down below, so be sure to check that out if you want to see that. And next week everything is going to be fine. I got my PC up and running, so I will be uploading again, so stay tuned for that as well. So I'm the Grimsby, and I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video that I'm going to make. I will see you next time, guys, and I'm out. Bye!